All right, let's dive in. Welcome back. Today we're getting into the weeds on something really specialized. We're talking AV control systems.
We are, but not the big flashy processor.
Yeah.
We're focusing on a $55 part that, kind of changes the whole game for the people building these things.
The unsung hero.
That's a good way to put it. It's the tvONE 1TRM 322EU. We'll just call it the European mount.
So think about it like this. If your equipment rack is this high-tech cabinet, this $55 part is basically a perfect custom-fitted shelf bracket.
Exactly. It's just a matte black 2RU plate.
Sure.
But it's engineered for one thing and one thing only.
To hold the 1T CL322 EU control panel.
Right. And to hold it perfectly inside a standard 19-inch rack. The value isn't the metal, it's the specificity.
But hold on, if it's just a piece of metal, I mean $55, why couldn't a good technician just, drill a few holes in a blank panel?
Because that introduces variables.
Yeah.
And variables cost time, and they create failure points. The sources call this part cheap to buy and easy to install. And that right there is the aha moment. You're paying to eliminate the risk of custom work.
So you're paying for standardization.
You're paying for standardization, which means you reduce the need for an expert installer or an external programmer or some extra control processor. It just works.
And that labor saving must be huge when you look at what this mount actually holds.
Oh, absolutely. The mount is $55. The European control panel it supports, that's $705.
Wow. Okay. That puts it into perspective.
It does. And the North American version is $605. So when you realize you just saved maybe an hour of a specialist's time, that $55 looks like a bargain.
So it's not just about the component itself, it's also about the ecosystem around it, the vendor support.
Right. The supplier, HDTV Supply, they offer lifetime support by phone, chat, text, everything. They know that even a simple part is part of a complex, long-term system.
Which probably explains their policies. I saw this in the notes. The part is non-cancelable, non-returnable, and non-refundable.
Yeah, that's a serious commitment.
For such a small component, it says a lot about who's buying it and what they're using it for.
And it connects directly to the fact that the product is TAA compliant.
Which means it's approved for government use.
Exactly. The Trade Agreements Act. This is a critical detail. It's why the vendor gives specific discounts to emails ending in edu, gov, mil, or .org.
They're targeting large-scale institutional buyers.
The ones who need reliable, standardized, and compliant parts above all else. They can't afford variables.
So when we boil it all down, what's the big takeaway from looking so closely at a simple $55 bracket?
I think it's that in these massive system integrations, the most valuable components, they aren't always the most expensive.
It's the inexpensive bits of infrastructure that kill complexity, the ones that slash your labor and operational costs.
That's the core finding.
Yeah.
So considering the price gap here, you have the $55 out and the $700 control panel it supports. We have to leave you with this question.
How much hidden money, how much integration cost, maintenance, and labor does the sheer simplicity of one small, non-returnable part really save you over the life of an entire system?
Yeah, because that difference, whatever it is, that's the real cost of complexity.